We're about to see a very moving scene from Shakespeare's early chronicle play, King John. Young Arthur is ordered to be executed by the king, who fears that the young prince is a threat to his crown. This scene will be played by two Canadian actors from last year's repertory theatre at Stratford, Ontario. But first we shall hear from a man who believes that the United States, too, ought to have its own repertory theatre. He is Robert Whitehead, distinguished producer and co-producing director of the Lincoln Center Repertory Theatre.
American actors are often praised for their vitality, their honesty, their accuracy in getting a grip on life. And this praise is justified. But American actors are often scolded, too. For instance, whenever they move away from the down-to-earth world of Tennessee Williams and William Inge, they are apt to stumble. A star can be a real star and a fine actor as well. But when he courageously cuts loose from Broadway and goes to Stratford, any Stratford, to tackle Shakespeare, he is generally not thanked for his pains. He is usually told that, good as he is in another kind of play, he does not have the range for this sort of thing. This complaint is well-founded, but it isn't really the actors who are at fault. American actors do not grow very much, do not change and mature and become infinitely flexible, because they have no place to grow in. They have no permanent home in which they may explore all the rooms. That is precisely the reason we are assembling a new young American company at Lincoln Center. By staying long enough in one place, and by doing many different plays, they will be given a sustained opportunity to discover all the things they can do. They can fill their lungs and expand. The emphasis at Lincoln Center will remain American and contemporary. Our actors will develop an even deeper American style as they become more skilled. We will want them to go abroad and represent us as we are. But this business of going abroad works two ways. The theater, like the world, cuts across national boundaries these days, and we will want to play host to the rest of the world here in New York. Our actors should be able to play for us the world's greatest plays, and the Lincoln Center Theater will be able to bring us the world's greatest performances from other countries, such as these players, Max Helpmann and Hayward Morse from Canada, in a scene from King John, which they performed last summer with the Stratford Festival Company.
Heat me these irons hot, and look thou stand within. When I strike my foot upon the bosom of the ground, rush forth and bind the boy fast to the chair. Be heedful. Hence and watch.
I hope your warrant will bear me out.
Uncleanly scruples fear not you. Look to it. Young lad, come forth. I have to say with you.
Good morrow, Hubert.
Good morrow, little prince.
And little prince having so great a title to be more prince as maybe. You're sad?
Indeed, I have been merrier.
Mercy on me, methinks nobody should be sad but I. Yet I remember when I was in France, young gentlemen would be as sad as night only for wantonness. By my Christendom, so I were out of prison and kept sheep, I should be as merry as the day is long. And so I would be here. But I doubt my uncle practices more harm to me. He is afraid of me, and I of him. Is it my fault that I was Geoffrey's son? No, indeed, it's not. And I would to heaven I were your son, so you would love me, Hubert.
If I talk to him with his innocent prate, he will awake my mercy which lies dead. Therefore I must be sudden and dispatch.
Are you sick, Hubert? You look pale today. In sooth, I would you were a little sick, that I might sit all night and watch with you. I warrant I love you more than you do me.
His words do take possession of my bosom. Read here, young Arthur. How now, foolish room, turning this piteous torture out of doors. I must be brief, lest resolution drop out of mine eyes in tender womanish tears. Can you not read it? Is it not fair writ?
Too fairly, Hubert. So foul effect. Must you, with hot irons, burn out both mine eyes?
Young boy, I must.
And will you?
And I will.
Have you the heart? When your head did break, I knit my handkerchief about your brows. The best I had. A princess wrought it me. And I did never ask at you again. And with my hand at midnight held your head, and like the watchful minutes to the hour, still and anon cheer up the heavy time, saying what lack you, and where lies your grief, or what good love may I perform for you. Many a poor man's son would have lain still and ne'er have spoken a loving word to you. But you in your sick service had a prince. Nay, you may think my love was crafty love, and call it cunning. Do, and if you will. If heaven be pleased that you must use me ill, why then you must. Will you put out mine eyes? These eyes that never did nor never shall so much as frown on you.
I have sworn to do it, and with hot irons must I burn them out.
Oh, none but in this iron age would do it. The iron of itself, though heat red hot, approaching near these eyes, would drink my tears and quench his fiery indignation, even in the matter of mine innocence. Nay, after that, consume away in rust, but for containing part, mine eye. Are you more stubborn hard than hammered iron? And if an angel should have come to me and told me Hubert should put out mine eyes, I would not have believed him. No tongue but Hubert.
Come forth and do as I bid you do.
Oh, save me, Hubert! Save me! My eyes are out, even with the fierce looks of these bloody men.
Give me the iron and bind him fast.
Yes, but need you be so boisterous, Rob? I will not struggle. I will sit stone still. For heaven's sake, Hubert, let me not be bound. Hey, hear me, Hubert. Drive these men away, and I will sit as quiet as a lamb. I will not wince, nor stir, nor speak a word, nor look upon the iron angrily. Thrust but these men away, and I'll forgive you, whatever torment you do put me to.
Do stand within. Let me alone with him.
I am best pleased to be from such a deed.
Then it should be my friend. He's of a stern look, but a gentle heart. Let him come back, that his compassion may give life to yours.
Come, boy, prepare yourself.
Is there no remedy?
None, but to lose your eyes.
Oh, heaven, that there were but a mote in yours. A grain, a dust, a gnat, a wandering hair, any annoyance in that precious sense. Then feeling what small things are boisterous there, your vile intent must needs seem horrible.
Is this your promise? Go to, hold your tongue.
But the utterance of a brace of tongues must need one pleading for a pair of eyes. Let me not hold my tongue. Let me not, Hubert. Oh, Hubert, if you would, cut out my tongue, that I may keep my eyes. Oh, spare mine eyes. Oh, to no use, but still to look on you. Oh, by my troth, the instrument is cold and would not harm me.
I can hate it, boy.
In good sooth, the fire is dead with grief, being created for comfort to be used in undeserved extremes. See us yourself. There is no malice burning in this coal. The breath of heaven hath blown its spirit out and strode repentant ashes on its head.
With my breath, I can revive it, boy.
And if you do, you will but make it blush and glow with shame of your proceedings, Hubert. Nay, it perchance will sparkle in your eyes, and like a dog that is compelled to fight, snatch at his master that doth tar him on. All things that you should use to do me wrong, deny their office. Only you do lack that mercy which fierce fire and iron extends. Creatures of note for mercy lacking uses.
Well, see to live. I will not touch thine eyes for all the treasure that thine uncle owns. Yet I have sworn, and I did purpose, boy, with the same very iron to burn them out.
Now you look like Hubert. All this while, you were disguised.
There. Shh. Oh, shush. Your uncle must not know, but you are dead. I'll fill these dogged spies with false reports. Oh, pretty child. Sleep doubtless and secure that Hubert, for the wealth of all the world, will not offend thee.
Oh, heaven, I thank you, Hubert.
Now go closely in with me. Much danger do I undergo for thee.